I want to bring in Mick Mulvaney now. He's a former White House Chief of Staff, now partner at Bondi Partners. Mick, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a man of deep faith and you were lucky enough to meet Pope Francis.
I was several times, and it was a life-changing sort of experience. I consider myself, Laura, to be a fairly conservative Catholic in my beliefs. The Holy Father was not perceived that way, but I had a great deal of admiration for him, and he was a provocative sort of figure in the faith. The Jesuits, and I was Jesuit trained, as many folks watching this program would be, sort of teach you to challenge your faith. That's part of the Jesuit training. And when I met the Holy Father for the very first time, he looked a bunch of us right in the eye, where a bunch of Catholic lawmakers from all over the world had come to the Vatican to meet with him. And he looked at us in a small group and said, look, you tell me that you are Roman Catholic lawmakers. I get that. That's fine. That tells me what you believe. Tell me what you've done. Tell me what you've done to help the poor. Tell me what you've done to help the sick. Tell me what you've done to help those that Christ would reach out to help. And that is the sort of power that he had. Put politics aside, put policy aside, put religious philosophy aside. Very powerful man, and I had a great deal of respect for him.
Yeah, you paint yourself, as you say, you would describe yourself indeed as a more conservative Catholic, and he was seen as very progressive in his views on trans and gay people in particular. How did that sit with you? Did that change your perception of your faith or indeed of the Pope?
Neither. I actually read the stuff he put out about gay marriage, and I think it was broadly misinterpreted by the mainstream press. It wasn't nearly as liberal and pro-gay as many outlets made it out to be. But I actually focus more on the stuff that I do for work and things like that. And what I encouraged my friends to consider here in the U.S., my Catholic friends who didn't care for Pope Francis, especially his views on communism versus capitalism and so forth, was that if you grew up in the United States of America, if you grew up in Australia, capitalism is the type of thing that lifts people up. If you grew up in Argentina, where the Holy Father grew up, capitalism is the kind of thing that keeps people down. And I think that different life experience was valuable to him, and valuable to me to see somebody's perspective that was different. Look, I'm not going to agree probably with any pope 100% of the time on anything. It's not my job to do so. But this was a gentleman who truly encouraged all of us of the faith to open our minds and our souls to looking at things differently. And I think he'll be respected for that over the course of the decades to come.
Yeah, he will. Mick Mulvaney, great to talk to you this morning. Appreciate it.